Yeah. We gotta do this one for hip hop. Always keeping the culture alive.
Peace, love, and hip hop for life, everybody. It's DJ Ray Rev from the original Breakout Brothers.
It's the Mellow LC. Greetings.
Yo, tonight we got a real special show.
Believe it.
We got family in the house tonight. All the way from Chilltown, JC. Please give it up for my peoples, Double X Posse.
Yo.
So we're gonna let them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yo, we're gonna let them introduce themselves and what they did with the crew, or what they did for the crew. You know what I mean? What was their job? What was their mission?
I'm Ray Rothschild, aka Five5Ray, and I was I'm the lead rapper of the Double X Posse.
Right.
I'm My Money. And for those that, be tripping like, who nigga name is My Money? Yeah, it's my money. Not your money, not his money, not her money. It's my money.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yo.
So what I do is I hype my man up doing the shows. We've been doing it for years. So when we doing them shows out there and, on some of them hooks, yeah, My Money be holding them down.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Like I said, this is family.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We go way back. You know what I mean? So before we even get into the music, though, we're going to take it back to what was it like growing up in Chilltown, JC? My second home.
It's I gotta say before we even get started, the Chilltown JC, that's a real thing, man. And like it's the name Chilltown, JC, we've been repping that name Chilltown for a long time.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's a lot behind the science of that name. We're gonna get to that. I'm gonna tell you about that.
Okay.
And why we in the process of maybe flipping that a little bit.
Right.
But we're gonna get to that.
Okay.
But growing up in the streets of Jersey City,
Yes.
the jungle of Jersey City, Jersey City is a hustler's town.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Everybody in Jersey City getting money, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, it's the other shit going on that goes on in the hoods.
Right.
That's how I became My Money. Getting money. Oh, man.
Right.
But we that's what Jersey City is, man. We always was focused on getting money, you know what I'm saying, at the back.
Right.
But in our early years, we cut into rap though.
Okay.
Cut into rap, So we grew up
Right.
on rap music.
Right.
When rap first started.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Indeed.
So we was in when rap trickled out of New York. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It trickled into Jersey first.
Indeed.
That's the Jersey vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? New York City had rap first.
Right.
And Jersey City had rap right after that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
No
we
doubt.
grew up in rap on
True.
the street,
True.
I mean, and like I said, Jersey City's a hustling town, man. Everybody was hustling, getting money out there. That's how we got our music on point.
Right.
That's how we put our own shit out off the rip.
Word.
Well, our whole business started with drug money, hustling on the corners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the way we had to do when we was young. We felt like that was the only option we had.
Right.
So for us, growing up was about getting money.
Right. It's like a means of survival.
Facts.
Making. You know what I mean? So
Because
you had to
like
be
I
out
said,
there. Yeah.
it's a jungle, like Jersey City, like a jungle, man.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, everybody out there is on a mission to get the bread. It's a lot of shooting and all the shit that come with the hood. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of that in Jersey City. Gangs, Bloods and Crips, homies. You know what I'm saying? It's just all hood shit.
But as you was coming up, before you got into the music, as you was a child, I mean, you knew what your surroundings was. You knew, what life was about. You know what I mean? But you, still with that, you had your friends. Y'all used to go play ball.
At a young age, when I was real young, you know what I'm saying, like a lot of people, you in the sports when you
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I played ball.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at an early age, man, I came outside. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was a bunch of us. It wasn't just me. It was me.
Outside. We was never on the porch.
No, for real.
We had curfews.
Yeah,
Right,
We
right,
had
right,
curfews.
right.
You know,
Right.
back
Yeah.
then you had
Right.
curfews.
Yeah.
Ain't no
True.
fronting.
True.
You had curfews,
Right,
Yeah,
but
curfews.
we was outside.
Right,
Absolutely.
right,
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It was a handful that really can go outside.
Right.
A lot of our friends, you know, they outside now, but
Right.
back
Right.
then you was on the porch.
Right,
Right.
You couldn't go up to Ocean Avenue. You couldn't go up to MLK
Jackson.
Drive, which was Jackson Avenue back then. You
I
know?
still call it Jackson.
Parents wouldn't allow that. You
Right,
know what I
right,
mean?
right.
So we was young cats, man. We was
Yeah.
able to come outside
Right.
and hang out and stuff like that.
Word,
and
word,
you know,
word.
and
Chasing that bag.
yeah, man.
But we
Yeah.
cut into rap early.
True.
And I'll tell you, you know, rap probably, you know, even though we continued to hustle, rap, you know what I'm saying, made it all worthwhile when we
Word.
cut into hip hop.
Word.
You know, it was a beautiful thing. We linked right into it. We formed a crew called Sweet, Slick, and Sly.
Right.
Triple S.
Triple S. Shout out to all of the homies, you know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
I'm not even
right.
going to name them all because I
yeah.
can get into naming.
Right.
You know, but I do want to shout out to the main core guys, the Warren Prince Shabazz,
True.
King Jimmy Mack, rest in peace.
Rest in
Prince,
peace.
my brother.
Yes.
Lord's son, Albial.
Lord
Yes,
Albial,
yes,
Lord
yes.
Albial, rest in
Rest in
peace.
power.
Lord Albial.
DJ
Word. No doubt. Rest in power.
DJ Stranger D.
DJ Stranger D, he
Yes.
holding on. Big D holding on.
Victor
Yes,
Quick.
yes.
Victor
know,
Quick,
Victor Quick.
rest in peace.
Rest in
Victor
peace.
Quick.
Yes.
Shout out to my man Wizzo.
Wizzo, no
Wizzo,
doubt,
man.
no doubt.
Absolutely.
So
That's the crew we formed.
Right.
Sweet, Slick, and Sly. You know what I'm saying?
Word. So
And,
now that's where you broke your bread in the game.
And no, we cut into rap. But see,
Yeah.
that was really at a young age. I'm talking about we into rap shit at 15.
Right.
We
Right.
playing with the rap. So we hustling, but we hustling weed. We not hustling real heavy yet. you know what I'm saying?
Right.
We hustling weed, but our main thing coming up at that time is we was a rap group
Right.
from Jersey City. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
We hustled,
Right.
but we was getting into the rap, which was just coming around.
Right.
So we formed our group, Sweet Slick and Sly,
Mm-hmm.
and at that time we started doing shows all over. You know,
Mm-hmm.
we plugged into a cat from New York City. It might have been I think he was from the Bronx, but he might not even been from New York exactly. It's hard to
Okay.
remember.
Okay.
But his name was Arthur Armstrong.
Oh, Arthur Armstrong,
Big
indeed.
up,
Yeah.
Arthur Armstrong.
I recall,
Big
yo,
promoter, big
Big
promoter.
promoter, no
back
doubt,
then.
from the Bronx,
Yeah.
from the
Big
Bronx.
promoter.
Fact.
Okay.
Yeah, he was from the Bronx.
And he came to Jersey City, and he was doing shows
Right.
at Outer Skates and
All
Jersey
over,
City.
yeah,
all
because he was
over.
doing it out here
All
too.
over.
And he was doing
Patterson,
shows out here,
Jersey,
Patterson,
yeah.
Posse.
You were.
And he was booking artists. You know, he had the artists. He was booking Cold
Right.
Crush and
True.
Fantastic Five,
Right,
and
right.
all of them. And at the same time, it was a crew of little young niggas running around, little young homies running around.
Right.
And that was Sweet Slick and Sly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we go back like that, you know, when at the beginning of rap.
Right.
The people we look up to that started the rap is groups like the Cold Crush and Fantastic Romantic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
that list could go on. I could go all day. The reason I say
Right.
the Cold Crush and Fantastic, because you know they have the iconic battle
Right.
at Harlem.
Right.
Right.
And to me, they was the crews that kept it. That what we like to talk about is that underground. You know what I mean? They kept the underground vibe to it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like so that's what we really vibe off. You know what I mean? Because like they didn't go Hollywood with it. You know what I mean? They kept it street.
No, they
Yeah,
did.
You know what I
man.
mean? So that's why I always show mad love, mad respect to
Grandmaster
those
Cass,
Yes.
JDF.
Yes.
But there was one thing.
Yeah.
And they was all coming to Jersey City too.
True.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? You can
true.
ask them.
We used to do shows.
You can ask them about Sweet
Right.
Slick and Sly.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
they'll all
Shows
tell you
together.
about
Oh,
Sweet
yeah.
Slick and
Yeah.
Sly.
Right.
That's the one thing that we always spoke about is that, you know, we talk about Cold Crush and we talk about Fantastic in the Bronx and all that kind of stuff, but they don't realize that what the vibe was across the water. Talking about Jersey, you know, talking about Hackensack, we talking about Teaneck, we talking about Jersey City, we talking about Patterson. You know, there was a vibe
Sick.
going on at the same time that their vibe was going on. You know, they were covering their hood, they were protecting their hood, they were giving it to them. We was giving it to our hood, just like Sweet Slick and Sly and many other crews out of Jersey City, all around Jersey City, Kerry Woods, all over, was giving that vibe, was giving that hip hop. We were representing our hood. We had to represent ours. They would never know that until they started coming over here, you know. And I would bring that up to them. I see cats now like, yo, you was with our family. You know, you were with Sweet Slicker Slide. JDL stayed in Jersey.
JDL
So
lived with me. That's my brother. Man.
That's what I mean. How can you
I ain't seen him the
deny
last time I
it?
saw him.
Yeah.
I was locked up in New York, and he was locked up in New York at the same time.
Oh, okay.
And I popped up. I'm in the cell, and JDL walked past, and I'm holding like, yo, L. And that was the last time I saw him, and then I saw him the next day on the bus.
Right.
Going to the hospital, going to sick call or some shit like that, or going to court maybe.
Right.
And I saw him, and that was the last time I saw him, but JDL, that's my brother, man.
Right.
I mean, all of the Cold Crush, we respect them. You know what I'm saying? They you know, they just
no doubt
the top of the rap line.
Right.
We actually came up, and they was the guys when rap first started that was inspiring us. Man, you know what I'm saying? And we were a group at the time.
True.
A lot of guys, like I say, you know, Busy B and DJ AJ and all of the other rappers, KK, you Rockwell, all of them my guys, and respect to all of the old school artists, you know what I'm saying? Respect and love for them, man.
Right. No doubt. Yeah. So now we coming up. You're doing the shows with a lot of different artists, like you said, Cold Crush and all these other acts coming to Jersey City.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So now, as the thing go on, is getting more and more popular. You know what I mean? And you're getting a little more recognition. What was it that branched you off from Sweet Slick and Slide to Double X?
Well, basically, all of the artists, all of the rappers that were Sweet Slick and Slide, that's the dead, R.I.P. You know, Al died.
Yeah.
He was our rapper.
Right.
Shabazz and Jimmy, they were around. But they basically didn't really, you know, they didn't, the hunger
wasn't the
had,
same.
Was different. It wasn't what it takes.
True.
What it takes to be, to turn the rap into music career.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They loved it. They respected Jimmy Mack. Jimmy Mack started rapping.
Right. I got a funny story for you.
Jimmy Mack bought rap to Jersey.
Yeah. No doubt.
He started rap.
I recall, you probably recall this, but I remember when Jim told me about you. Yo, Rev, I got this cat Ray. He nice. He got his own equipment. And he said, yo, I'm going to take you by his house. He was doing a house party.
Facts.
You know what I mean? And I seen you was doing your thing on the tables. I seen the mic over there.
Facts.
So can I get on? He said, yeah, get on. He let me get on. I said, yo. And from then on, it's been family.
That's a key thing.
Yeah.
Key point to make. You know why? Because I used to be a DJ.
Exactly. So
Before
that's why I
came in as a DJ. Like when we came into rap in the beginning, and when we were there when rap started, but I was actually a DJ.
Yes.
And I was DJ for them.
Nice.
So
yeah,
that was a key point. That's how I started off.
Word.
DJ, and I had equipment, and I was a DJ for Sweet Slick and Slide.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But we all lived together. And we was just
and
one.
we
shared everything, man. We shared. I mean, it was like I was telling somebody the other day, man. It was different. Like that group, that group of guys, it was real different because we shared everything. Like if you might say, I might call Jimmy and say, yo, Jimmy, you got that red mock neck or you got that burgundy mock neck.
I want to wear that tonight.
I want to wear that tonight. He might be like, no, Al got it. I took the Al. He said, you going to Al house? I said, yeah, I'm gonna go to Al house to get the mock neck. Well, tell him I need the Wiley's. The black Mollies. The black Wiley's. Tell me we shared everything, man. We shared everything. You know what I'm saying? That's why our bond was unbelievable. And that's why we were such a force.
Right. So when people see y'all come out, they seen that. They seen that strength. You know what I mean?
Now when it evolved into Double X Posse, like I said, you know, I just felt like, you know, I really wanted to do this rap shit. It's where I manifested this shit. You feel me?
True.
And it was like my homies, you know, like I said, I couldn't wait for nobody. It was like I just didn't wait.
Right.
So I said, man, you know, I was DJing. I said, you know, I want to make some records. So I start writing and shit. And I just start writing, and I would be in my house writing late night, 2, 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, writing all night. As a natural thing.
Right.
You heard me? And then I went in the studio, and actually it was a guy from Jersey City named Double J.
Double J, yeah.
Double J. Rest in peace, Double J.
Rest in peace.
My God,
Yes,
too.
Yes.
One of the original Flavor Unit.
Flavor Unit.
Yes.
Right.
And he was from Jersey City.
Right.
And Dub was like, yo, we used to live on the same block.
Right.
And Dub was like, yo, we used to go up his house at night. We would go up his house and smoke, roll up and smoke and listen to music, just listen to all type of beats.
Right.
One day Dub pops in a song. And there was some shit called Jersey This Is Dope.
Right.
I was like, yo, that's you, and it was him.
Right.
And this was before we was into really doing
the song together.
And Double J, and he had told me that this white Jewish dude, you know how that goes.
Right.
He told me this white Jewish dude had put some money into him to go into the studio.
Right.
Now Dub knew that we was into music. We was about music.
Right.
So he was like, I want to introduce you to him.
Okay. Yeah.
And the guy's name was Michael Cantor.
Oh yeah. I know Mike.
He had
very well.
He had a record label called Def City Records.
Right.
And Mike came to me and Mike said, yo, man, if you want to do music, I sat with him, we chopped it up.
Right.
We did a few rap routines. I did them for him.
Right.
They was the group routine.
Okay.
But I did them and he liked them. And so one thing led to another. We got together and we went in the studio with Stranger.
Okay.
Stranger was my DJ.
Right.
And we created a record called Knock 'Em Out, Sugar Ray.
You knock 'em out. Remember that? Yeah, that was dope.
And that was our first record.
Yeah. Knock 'em out, Sugar Ray.
Posse's on point.
Yeah.
Knock 'em out, Sugar Ray.
That record right there, that was our first record that got us on to like primetime radio.
True.
And the way that we had taken the record up to Red Alert. We took it up to 98.7 KISS, not even to Red Alert. We took it up to KISS.
Right.
At that time, we couldn't get in.
Okay.
They wouldn't let us up. So we had a bunch of records.
Right.
So we threw them on the table outside Hot 97 where all the mail and everything was.
Okay.
Later on to find out that that's the way Red Alert walked in one day
And he seen it.
and saw the record on the table.
Wow.
And Red told me this. That's how I know.
Yeah.
He said, I saw the record sitting on the table. And I
Right.
was like, who's this? And he took it upstairs. And he listened to it.
Right.
And he liked it. And he started banging it on the radio.
Yeah, that's
Knocking
what's
my
up.
Sugar Ray.
Started
Start
Playing
playing
it. That's right.
Playing it on 98.7 KISS. Every weekend.
Every
bro.
week. Yo.
Now
that's
it was
big.
crazy. He was like, yo, at the time we wasn't making no money, but it was a big thing
Right.
to have your
Right.
record playing on the radio.
No doubt.
Right.
Absolutely.
And your first joint.
Your first joint.
First joint.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Friday
saying?
night ride down the avenue and all
Word,
of a sudden you're
word,
like,
word. That's
Red
what's up.
he was playing it on the
Yeah.
radio. But I want to give a shout out to it, though. I don't want to skip over this. I want to give a shout out to the Awesome 2, though.
Yes.
Teddy
Yes.
Custom K.
Teddy Ted,
There you
Special
go.
K.
Them guys,
Sup?
Teddy Special
Yeah.
K, to my
Right.
guys.
Yeah.
Word.
To
Absolutely.
be 100% politically correct,
Right.
those were the first guys that ever play our record on the radio.
Radio.
Wow.
Yeah. They
That's
always
right.
look out.
They always
Yeah.
looked out.
That's
Yeah,
homage
they
always
that was-
to this day.
Red Alert was
Still
the
our
first-
dudes.
Red Alert was
Yeah.
that dude
That's
that
right.
took our record from HBI to primetime
Time
radio.
Prime time.
No doubt.
98.7 KISS,
Yeah,
Red
there you
Alert,
go.
you know what I'm
Sure.
saying? And then
Awesome too.
Red Alert
Yeah.
playing the record every week. Every week, the 45 King heard it on Red's show.
Right.
And he was fly with Red.
Right.
He said, yo, what's that record you keep playing? I like it, man. Knock
Yeah.
around Sugar Ray.
Right. Yeah.
And Red was like, yeah, that's my man. Mark was like, I want to remix the record. So he was like, oh shit, all right, Mark want to remix the record. So
Rest in peace,
we
Mark.
went to Mark House.
rest in peace.
Yes.
Rest in peace, 45 King,
Yes,
my
yes,
man.
yes.
Rest in peace.
So we went to Mark House and we remixed the record. And we got a deal with that remix on Next Plateau Records.
Right.
We was already in talks with the deal. Like, the deal was already on the table. They liked it.
Right.
But to go with the deal, they just wanted to do a remix.
Okay.
So what we did is we got Mark the 45K to do the remix. He liked the record.
Yeah.
So Mark remixed the joint, came out popping
Right.
on Next Plateau.
Right. That's big.
Everything going down. We getting no radio play, but we not getting no money yet.
Right.
We not even really doing shows yet, but
Yeah.
they playing our record on the radio, so that's a big thing. Next Plateau, Eddie O'Loughlin, we signed a single deal with Eddie O'Loughlin.
Okay.
So now we working, we got the single coming out. And right when that happened, Eddie started going through a lot of things with Herbie Love Bug,
Oh, okay.
Salt and Pepper.
Right.
And they was going through a lot of, I don't know personally what was going on, but I know it was a lot of legal stuff going on.
Right.
So our single just got like lost in the mix.
Right.
Because they wasn't focusing on no music at the time. It was all
They was trying
about
to get the drums.
those was his, all of those was the major money. You know, Herbie Love Bug, if you know him.
With the money
all of those groups was his.
Yeah.
Production for all of those groups. So that was the big thing they was going through. So in the mix of that, our little single, Knock 'Em Out Sugar Ray, got lost up in the mix. But I had already had that bug now. Getting that radio.
Right. You caught that feeling.
That vibe.
Yeah.
That vibe.
I did wanna give you your flowers and give you your props for how you moved to the next level with Executive Class, with Not Gonna Be Able to Do. Do you realize that right now, and we're in, 2024, you can still bang that record in the club. And they will go crazy. Okay? I mean, I was done when the first time I heard Executive Class. I wanted to hunt you down. I mean, the song was...
That was our first Executive Class was our first XX Posse project.
Right.
See, because before that, it was just, when we was in, it was just MC Sugar Ray and Stranger D.
Right. Okay.
It was just me and Stranger.
Right.
And at the time, Big D went on to DJ for Chill Rob G.
Okay.
And go on the road with Chill Rob G. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Chill Rob.
We was still fly.
Right.
We was still fly, but you know, Big D was getting the money. We wasn't making no money.
Right.
So he was on the road with them, and we was on the block hustling, and that's when I came up with the idea, like, man, we might as well. Man, instead of trying to get another deal, man, we could put out our own record.
Right.
I know how to do it now.
Right.
I'm looking at it like that. I know how to make a record and get it to where it's ready to go to the radio.
Right.
So I would creep off on the late night. We'd be on the block hustling. I'd spin off and go to a little studio around the corner. And I was putting some records together. And at that time, sampling wasn't even really a major thing. We still had to hit the keys like this. Like,
Right.
Exactly. Yeah. So I went around there and I'm in there hitting the studio and we create the joint, and that's when we create Executive Class.
Yeah, you chopped up that Bobby Bird.
I chopped up that record.
I chopped that up.
And then on the day when we went to the studio,
get it.
Yeah, I said Ray is something. He chopped that song up.
On the day we went to the studio, I have to say, there was a guy, a group from Jersey City, and it was Sugar Chris and Magic, two brothers.
Okay,
and they did Mad Sugar Chris and
Yeah.
And they and we was before we went to the studio, we took that record and we went to their house.
Okay.
Because we had felt like it needed a bass line.
Oh, okay.
So we went to Suge's house and we sat down with him and Madge and me and Stranger.
Okay.
And Stranger, you know, and we just all together was like, all right, come up with the bass line. And we start playing and he was like, no, change that. And so all of us I give everybody credit for that. That was like a piece of, you know, and work. And the Stranger was like, add that get it part.
Right.
And so that's how that record came about.
Dope.
You know what I'm saying? And it was dope. Originally, it didn't have the prominent black people in the hook. It initially didn't have that.
Oh, okay.
We added that, which I always thought was weird because we just added it. I ain't even write it like that.
Right.
We was working with another guy called Mello.
Oh, yeah, I remember Mello too.
And Mello was like, yo, man, you got to put something positive in it to get it on the radio, man.
Yeah.
And I was like, positive like what? And he was like, man, you got to say something to Harriet Tubman and put them in the Executive Class.
Right.
And I was like,
I was wondering where that came from.
That's how it came about. He was like, man, I'm telling you, man, we got to get this record on the radio.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because Mello would get the stuttering like that a little bit. I'm telling you, man, and to get it on the radio, man.
Right.
So he came up with the idea to put the prominent figures in, and I was with it.
True,
it wasn't like he said do it like that.
Right.
He came up with the suggestion to do it,
Right.
and I was with it because I'm with all of that. I'm with all of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm with all the respect to our black leaders that have come and gone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm with that. So I was with that.
And you know what? That was the thing I think that stuck in everybody's mind. You know what I mean?
That was.
Because your hook, you can write the nastiest lyrics ever, but that hook always going to bring you back.
Yeah, that was, man.
You know
that was
what I
the
mean?
thing that caught a lot of people's attention, the names. And afterwards, I realized that because people would say it to me. Like, yo, you mentioned Martin Luther King. And some people would be like, yo, that's that righteousness.
No doubt.
Everybody, Malcolm X.
And I
absolutely.
In the executive class.
Right. And it was at a good time for it, too.
And it's not like I really felt that way. Those people are in the executive.
Oh yeah, no doubt, no doubt. That was.
So we got together and did the record. We went to the studio.
It was just homage,
and we did the record. And after we got the record, we was dealing it where what we did is I talked to my homies about it. My homie, me and one of my homies on the block, Pete. I don't know, Pete. I said, Pete, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm in this game heavy. Right. Because I'm already on the radio.
True.
I'm already knocking out Sugar Ray already. I already got their ear. We in the mix already.
Right.
So I was like, Pete, man, we can do this shit ourselves.
And we talking about Peter Bond.
Yeah, Peter Bond.
We got to give it up for Peter Bond. That's my dude. That's my dude.
Big Pete.
You know, at that time, you know what I'm saying, we was real young, you know what I'm saying, but we was hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so we talked about it, and we decided, all right, let's try to get at it. And then we brought that guy Mello because he had some music out. He knew music.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We brought Mello into the set because I didn't know nothing about the music industry. And Mello was the guy who took the record, man, and got the record popping.
True.
Mello got us the deal, man. I mean, the record got the deal, but Mello worked that record to get the deal.
Facts.
Mello worked that to get the deal. We went in the studio, and we went in. Well, I don't want to forget this also because I can't forget another guy who was in the beginning. His name was Adonis, Big D, Donnie.
Oh, Donnie, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's our brother. You know what I'm saying?
Get well
soon, Big D.
Yeah, no
Get
doubt.
well soon.
Yes.
But as we was moving on the block, and we was doing the record, we had put it together, and we was putting it out, and we was trying to use the money, and we was taking the money where we was hustling, and we was trying to go hand in hand and trying to maintain everybody trying to live.
Right.
So the money, Mello was coming to us like, yo, I need a couple of hours, man. I gotta press some more records. I gotta get some more shit, you know what I'm saying? But the block at the time stopped pumping like it was.
Right.
So the block wasn't pumping like it was, you know, and if anybody from a block, if anybody know a block, what they know is sometimes the block go through drought.
Absolutely.
But you know, you stay down, you stay strong. But the block was going through a drought, and money was getting tight, and we needed the money at the time. And my brother Donnie, he was on the block hustling with us. He was doing his own numbers, you know what I'm saying? He was outside in our hood.
Right.
So I went to Donnie. Because our finances got slow. We couldn't move the record like we needed to move it.
Right.
So I went to Donnie and I said, yo, D, man, we got this thing moving and whoop. And he was with it, man, immediately. You know what I'm saying? He came in with a few thousand, you know what I'm saying? And we started moving it. You know what I'm saying? And Mello kept it alive with Mello. And we was doing the damn thing.
True.
Your story is kind of similar to the Wu-Tang story, the way they had to put their own finances together to get when they first did like Protect Your Neck, which is so much similar to what you were doing, but I gotta give it to you, what you're not gonna be able to do. You know what I'm saying? And they had to come up with their own finances to put out Protect Your Neck. So they did the hustling.
I saw the documentary. And being that you're talking about that. Okay, one of the scenes where when they was promoting Protect Your Neck,
right,
and OBD, Method Man,
Right.
I think you guard them. They went up to the college.
Yeah,
And they was in the dorm
yes,
chilling.
Absolutely.
And then everybody was doing their thing up in the dorm.
That's right.
And they was playing the music.
Playing
So I say ODB, he was like, man, play the record. So on the boombox, they put the cassette in.
Right. I remember
and they was
that.
playing Protect Your Neck.
Yes.
Right. So now they played that. But now going into now the rest of the party, you know, on campus, they partying. I'm listening. All of a sudden I hear, nah, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
That's right. Yo, definitely. Definitely.
I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
Because back then, they was partying off our joint.
Yes.
True indeed.
Yeah.
And we don't realize that.
Right.
Guys want to come up was listening to
listening
us.
to
We
y'all.
hear the stories all the time.
Exactly.
Hey, yo,
You know
shout
what I'm
out to the
saying?
Wu-Tang.
So shout out to Wu-Tang
definitely.
for that,
Shout out to
man.
the Wu.
Word
Hey,
up.
yo, and Rilla made
That
a
was
shout
love.
out because putting out joining that movie
Right.
was a 20 band bag. You heard?
No doubt.
Shout
You
out
know
to
what?
RZA.
And
You know
that's
what?
strong. Not gonna be able to do it now. 25 years later,
Right.
still getting 25,
Still getting-
$20,000 bags, man,
Wow.
from licensing deals and
Yeah.
shit like
Yo.
that.
Playing like in TV
ESPN.
shows.
TV
Go
shows.
see Jalen Rose on ESPN, man. Not gonna be able
Really
to
do
do
it,
it. On
yes.
ESPN
Right.
was the theme of his show. Shout out to Jalen Rose.
Right, shout
no
out to
doubt,
Georgetown,
Rose.
you know what
No
I'm saying?
doubt. No doubt.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Much love, much love. He was
Word.
a
When it
big
was the
fan of
Jalen and
Not Gonna
Jacoby
Be
Right.
show,
Right.
that was on ESPN.
Jalen and Jacoby.
And if y'all notice, on that background, he had all the different names and all the songs. And But if you just look always behind them, it always was Not Gonna Be able to do it.
Go.
That's big. That's
Man,
big.
that was homage, Jalen.
Now
Peace.
in Jersey City, I didn't mean to cut you off, Monk.
No doubt.
Jersey City was known for having people in the entertainment business.
Absolutely.
So you take it back to Flip Wilson, Marilyn McCool,
Right.
Cool in the game.
Cool in the Game,
Shout out to
KG's,
Hopkinsville.
yes, Manhattans, even Nancy Sinatra, Frank Sinatra Jr.,
Apache.
PK Kirkland.
That's my guy. TK
Yeah.
Kirkland.
You had
My man,
Patrice O'Neal,
Rest
the
in
comedian,
peace.
rest
A lot of
in
people
peace.
from Jersey
A lot of
City.
people from Jersey
A lot of
City,
people,
man.
yeah.
And then on the hip hop game.
Exactly.
You got mad people from the hip hop game.
Yeah.
So when you think about it and what you did with this song, not gonna be able to do it. #1 song, you know what I mean, on the Billboard charts. You know what I mean? So it's you welcome into that whole Jersey City,
Yes.
you know what I mean, entourage of great performers and entertainers. That's big, bro.
That's right. We got to
You know
give
what I
you
mean?
up.
Not too long
We gotta
ago,
give
we
you
just
up
got
for
an
that.
award out in
For
Jersey
that.
City. We got an award out in Jersey City a couple
Word.
months ago.
True.
Recognition from the city. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
So shout out to Jersey City,
Right,
all right, City Hall,
right.
who presented us with the honoree.
True,
So that
true.
was dope, man.
Yeah.
You know, because you had to be on a global map
Right.
in order to receive something like that from your
True.
from your city. You had to
Yeah.
have done something big.
Right, big, right.
The city is just not gonna
Shout
honor
out to
you.
the
Right.
other people too.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
So,
no doubt, no
you know
doubt.
what I mean? So that was dope. And also, as a matter of fact, the Manhattans,
Right.
Right.
you know, they was Gerald Austin was
Right,
recognized
right,
that
exactly.
night
Yeah,
also.
yeah.
So, you know, shout out to Gerald Austin.
True,
you know what I'm saying?
true. No
Some
doubt,
other
Joe.
rappers, and it was a
Yeah.
beautiful
Right,
thing.
right,
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so getting back to Double X Posse executive class with our record.
Right.
Now, those were the deal moving. And then Mello got us he got us like an interview, a live, you know, when you go do a live performance.
Right.
But he got an audition. He got us
Okay.
an audition.
Okay.
So he called me one day on the block and he was like, yo, man, I got an audition for y'all.
All right.
And somebody want to sign y'all.
Right.
And I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He said, I'm telling you, man, right now, y'all got to come. He want y'all to come to New York.
Right.
And they want y'all to perform right now.
True. Right.
And we on the block like they want us to come to New York. And I'm
Right.
like, what you mean?
Right.
He was like, I'm telling you. So I said, all right, Mello, you know.
Right.
So I called BK, you know, my DJ at the
Sure
time.
indeed.
I called B.
Yes.
And I called Jimmy
Rest in
Mack. 'cause
peace,
Jimmy
B.
Mack
Rest in
was
peace,
too,
BK.
Right.
Rest
Yeah.
in peace, BK.
Yeah.
I called Jimmy Mack.
Right.
And we went to go do audition
True.
in New York.
Right.
The label had booked a studio.
Right.
The guy who he was owning a brand new label.
Right.
He had booked the studio
Mm.
in New York. So we get the studio and we do the audition.
Okay.
And right there on the spot, when we finished doing the audition, it was like a studio like this.
Right, right.
And we just wanted to come in, hook up our equipment, and perform live for them.
Right, right, right.
And that's what we did. We
Right.
went in there, hooked it up, and we did the show live. Bam.
Right, right.
And when we finished doing the show, he stopped and he walked up and he clapped and he said, "Great, I want to sign him. Let's do it."
That's what's up.
And that was Craig Cowman, and that was Big Beat Records.
Oh,
Big Beat,
wow.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Shout out to Big Beat.
Yeah.
Now, that was Craig Cowman when
Right.
Craig first came into the industry.
Mm.
He came in as an independent label, Big
Right.
Beat Records.
Right, right,
We
right.
was one of his first artists on his label. This is before we even was on Atlantic.
Wow.
So, and Craig Cowman, we signed the deal with Big Beat. Stretch, shout out to Stretch Armstrong.
Stretch Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rob Tulo, Reef.
Right.
Them
Shout
my
out to
guys.
Reef.
Right.
They worked on the
Yeah.
projects
Right.
with us.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
And shout out to super producer T-Ray.
T-Ray.
Producer
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna be
Yeah.
able to do it.
Do
You know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, yeah.
That's up.
Right.
So we started moving and we got the deal with Craig.
Mm-hmm.
We moved to Big B. We started moving with executive class and started moving good on the underground. It was
Right.
popping.
Right.
So Craig decided, let's do the album. That led to Put Your Boots On.
True,
Right,
true,
right.
First
true.
album.
Dope.
On Big Beat,
Yeah.
Beat Atlantic Records.
Right.
Because at the
Right.
same time, Craig was merging with Atlantic. Big Beat was merging with Atlantic.
Right.
You know, Craig later, I think a few months ago, he stepped down from that position.
Okay.
But Craig was the man, he was running it. But
Right.
that's when he first started.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And he had just merged with Atlantic when he had just became the boss up there.
Right.
So our music was on Big Beat / Atlantic.
Right.
Yeah, right.
And that's when we had to join in, we pumping and we putting it out, we did the album.
Right.
We go in the Power Play studio
Mm.
and
Big.
Queens.
Power Play.
Power
Yes.
Play out
Shout
in
out.
Queens.
Right.
We going out to Power Play, we in Soundtrack, we in Manhattan and all the
Right.
studios, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Chungking.
Wow.
And people who
Major,
know
major.
Right.
about it.
Right.
Hit Factory.
Major studios
Right.
back
Factory.
then.
And we
Right.
recording the album, Double X Posse, Put Your Boots On.
Oh, right.
We went in and we went in hard. We did
Right.
most of it in Queens, Power
Mm-hmm.
Play. We did most of it at Power Play.
Right.
After we finished the album, we put it out, you know, and we basically, since it was a new label, we went on tour.
Right. Right.
And
Who were some of the people that were on tour with you?
at this time, the album was brand new.
Mm-hmm.
So nobody went on tour with us. We went on a promotional tour.
Oh, okay,
Right.
okay.
We dropped a single called The Head Cracker.
Egg crack.
Head cracker.
Yeah.
It was cool. I ain't really, it was
Yeah.
cool. I had all the
Right.
shit I wanted.
Well, you know,
Right.
It was
cool.
for the time,
I
bro.
ain't really-
it was
I ain't
time.
really-
Right, right.
Gotta
Shout,
get
We
shout
had
out
hard
to Rap
records.
City. Rap City used to play the video and all
Right,
that.
right,
it was
That,
on the
that was
charts.
cool
It
back then.
charted and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
But it
was
just
getting
wasn't one of my
poppin'.
favorites. I knew we
Okay.
had shit like the
Right.
Pure Thing.
I love the pure thing.
You know what I'm
One of my
saying?
favorites. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but you know, we dropped the video for Head Cracker. It was
Right.
new to us. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? It was on some violence, police violence.
Right.
You know, and we put it out. It started. Head Cracker was alright. It wasn't really popping.
Right.
But then we dropped the album.
Right.
But then when we dropped the album, we started getting mad response from not going to be able to do it while it was on the album.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Then we seeing, and Craig and them heard that, and Rob
Right.
and Stretch and them, so they was like, yo, we need to get the record start popping all
Right.
over the place.
Right.
So we need to go in the studio, do another mix,
Mhm.
and we need to put this out as the next single. It's already
true.
taken off.
Right.
We go in the studio, do another mix.
Right.
We drop Not Gonna Be Able to Do It. One of the main things, shout out to Q-Tip, Tribe Called Quest.
Yes.
Q-Tip told, Q-Tip was doing a magazine interview with, I forget, one of the major magazines at the time.
Right.
But they asked him, Q-Tip, what's the hottest new record out? The hottest new group coming out?
Right.
And Word is Born, Q-Tip was like, Not Gonna Be Able to Do It. That's the hottest shit coming out.
Wow.
It was.
That's
It,
big.
if you,
That's
I don't
big.
know if you realize it, but like to say that is kind of backed up because that song was so hot that it hung with. If you remember, Black Sheep, this or that.
Mm-hmm.
When you
All
heard
that came out the same time.
around the same
Yeah.
time,
Mhm. Yeah.
and they were playing that, and they were playing like Back to the Grill Again, the Grill Again, you know, songs like that. But when you heard those songs, you heard Not Gonna Be Able to Do. And I'm gonna be honest with you, personally, it made me proud.
Yes, indeed.
Because you know, it's one thing when you hear a song, you're like, yo, that song was hot.
Right.
But when you personally know the
The
person,
people,
and we,
yeah.
you know, for us knowing Ray,
right,
you know,
right.
it
Right,
did
right.
something to us, you
Right,
know. So I
right,
gotta
right,
give
right.
you, I gotta give you your props
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it made
yeah,
me proud.
yeah,
It really
no doubt,
did.
Well,
no doubt.
You know.
You know it's hot when they go #1 on the rap Billboard.
Oh, yeah,
absolutely.
no doubt.
That
Absolutely.
means right now you the
Absolutely.
best,
Right.
right? Am I #1?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
You
Number
can have a
one.
hit record, but being #1 is a
One.
little different.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
different,
indeed.
You know what I'm
indeed.
saying?
When you look at
And
that list,
then-
who we was going up against,
Right.
it was a powerful list.
a
I know
powerful
that-
list.
On that list, it was,
Absolutely.
I know it was Ice Cube on that list, and you know what I'm saying, and Teddy Riley and them, Rex and
Right,
Effect was on
right,
that
Rex and
list.
Effect.
There was a lot of artists on that list, big
Right.
time
Yeah,
artists.
Right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
I think
So-
LL and a couple
So,
had
you
a
know,
joint or two on
that was
list.
definitely an accomplishment.
So that's how
right
we did
there.
not gonna be able, and then
know.
not gonna be able to do it. And after that quote from Q-Tip,
Right.
it seemed like, you know, everything just started building and building and
Right.
building and
Right.
building and building.
Right.
And then it just, you know, we went on the road and we just did the whole East Coast.
Right.
No money, a promotional tour.
Right.
We jumped in a 15-passenger van, a 15-passenger van.
Wow.
We jumped in a 15-passenger van and rode up and down the East Coast.
Hit 95.
Atlantic, our per diem was $35 a day.
What?
Our per diem was $35 a day. We up and down the East Coast in the van. Everything else paid for, you know, hotels.
Yeah, right,
But we got $35 a day in our pocket.
Right.
Just before anything.
Right.
We go up, we doing the promotional tour.
Right.
When we do that, we out on the road for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Right.
We come back to New York. When we get back to New York, we back here about another 3 weeks.
Right.
Next thing we know, not gonna be able to do it, chart. Taking off all over the country.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. Not
Yeah.
gonna be able to do it, taking off all over the country.
Right.
They getting all the calls up in Atlantic. Yo, they added not gonna be able to do it to
Right.
the radio. Yo, they added not gonna be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? They added not gonna be
Right,
able to
right,
do it.
right,
Now
right.
I'm like, it's surreal because, you know, I'm not even thinking that. I'm
Right,
not
right,
looking
right,
at it
right,
like
right,
that. Because like I
like
said,
that.
we
Yeah,
hustling, we getting money.
Right.
And then I guess when it all culminated for me, the culminating point was when I got a phone call. I answered,
Know
back
what
on the
that's
block.
about.
Mm-hmm.
I get a call. Now I get the call in the house,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
so they come and get me, cause we on the block.
Right.
Yo, your record company, Atlantic, they on the phone.
Mm-hmm.
So we using house phones at this
Right,
time.
right,
you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right, right,
Niggas
right,
we got beepers and
Right.
everybody ain't got cells. You feel me?
Right.
So
Facts.
we get I go in and I get the call, and when I pick up the phone and tell me it was Atlantic, his name was Eric. He was running the radio. He said, "Ray, I'm just calling you to inform you they're not going to be able to do it. It's hit #1 on the Billboard chart."
That's crazy. That is
Right.
crazy.
Crazy.
Right.
Yeah.
That ain't
yeah,
easy
yeah.
to do.
Yeah, no.
That ain't easy to
Yeah.
It was crazy. And I was
Yeah.
thinking about it, and I was like, damn,
Wow.
what?
Wow.
So then I went outside, and niggas was outside. I was like, yo, my niggas, we #1.
Right. Word.
He was like,
So what was
we #1, because when I came out and I told him, I just like, at first, I just was observing the block and everybody. I ain't even
Right.
telling them why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I'm watching everybody, and I'm like, damn.
Right.
So then I got everybody together, and I told them, yo, my niggas,
Right.
we #1. I just got the call for landing. Not gonna be
Right.
able to do it
Yeah.
And it was up.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We start moving around. We start performing. We start doing tours.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at that point, Leo Cohen came in.
Okay.
Leo with Rush came in.
Right.
Rush management.
Cheryl Connersberg, she was our connect up there at the time. This Chris Lighty was still up there at the time.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Chris Lighty.
Kevin Lyles, at
Rest
that
in
time,
peace.
Kevin Lyles he wasn't even the man up there. I think he
Right.
might have been in charge of promotion or something
Right,
like that.
right.
He wasn't even the boss yet.
Right.
Shout out to Kev, my man. Shout out to Leo.
Yeah, no doubt.
And we locked in with Rush.
Mm-hmm.
and we jumped on Rush, and it was us. And we went out on our first tour, and it was Rush, Fat Jam, 94, 95. It was us, Brand Nubians.
Was Eric being Rakim on
Onyx? No, on this tour, it was the first tour.
Yeah.
It was us, Onyx. Shout out to Onyx, to my guys, to my niggas,
Brand Nubians.
Positive K.
Positive K.
Diamond D. Shout out to Positive K. My nigga. Shout out to Diamond D, my nigga. Brand Nubians. And and Black Moon was out. We ran in the Black Room on the road. Shout out to Black Moon, you know, Buckshot Shorty.
Buckshot
Yeah, that's real.
Stay strong. Buckshot, stay strong.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's my guy.
Definitely.
So it was all good.
Yeah, word.
So I'm gonna add on to that. Something he didn't say. Right? So I'm at my crib. He calls me. He's like, yo, man, you're not gonna believe this. So I'm like, what's going on? He said, I just got a call from Craig Cowman and Stretch Armstrong and Reef up there. They want us to come to the record company and meet with Will Smith. What? Will's the Fresh Prince?
Right.
Yeah, yo, he up there right now at Big Beat waiting for us to come.
Wow.
Come get me. Wow. Man, I went and got him. We went and got BK, and we went through that Highland Tunnel. Boom. Goes to the record company.
Right.
But on the way up, we looking at each other like, yo, we gonna be on the Fresh Prince or something? You know, because you really don't know, but you know we talking about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we, you know what I'm saying? I don't know about him. I was like a little nervous about to meet, you know, the Fresh Prince.
Right.
So we don't know what it's about. So we get there, go upstairs. So Reef and Stretch, they in the front. So when you come in the door with a reception at, they greet us there. They're like, yo, Will Smith and his managers in the conference room. He was like, we gonna go in there and we gonna talk about something. So we went in there, me, Ray, and BK.
Mm-hmm.
We in the conference room, and there go Will Smith. Oh, yo, what's up, man? Oh, yo, what's up? We talking and shit, but at the same time, I'm a little nervous, know?
Right.
Will Smith says, listen, man, we just gonna get right to it. He said, I need the record to be on the show.
That's crazy.
So we like, we gonna be on Fresh Prince?
Right.
He said, listen, I can't have y'all physically on Fresh Prince because we shot the scene already. They couldn't redo a scene back then, once it was shot. He said, but the record that I used for the scene that I did, he said, I can change that. And Will Smith from Philly.
Right.
In Philly, we sold the most units in Philly than anybody.
Oh, okay.
And so we was popping in Philly too. I mean, like popping, #1 on the radio, Power 99, all that shit. But anyway. So
shout out to Philly.
Right.
Yeah. Philly's
shout out to Philly.
Yeah.
They held it down. Philly held it down.
So Will Smith was like, I got to sing. He said, but I'm going to use the record. Is it all right? Man, Ray was like, what? Is it all right?
Right.
He was like, man, he's like, I want to hear it now if you can.
Right.
And then, time went by, probably about like 3 weeks, a month might have went by.
Right.
I think they called him from the record company, let him know, that it's going to be the episode this week, and to look for it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know now. The buzz is in Jersey City, Chilltown. It's all around now.
Right.
And then we in the house. I'm with my mother, my father, and my sister.
Right.
We in the house.
Right.
Fresh Prince is on. We watching. You don't know where it's coming in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You
so
just
you gotta watch the
episode.
shit and wait for it.
True, indeed.
So it got to that scene where Will Smith where Will was taking Carlton back to college.
True.
So they was driving Uncle Phil's Mercedes Benz.
Right.
So in the car, Will Smith was saying something crazy, then Carlton said something crazy, and Will Smith was like, shut up, Carlton, and turned the music up. and all of a sudden you hear Ray, "Oh, baby, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Can you do it? I'm not gonna."
Word.
Man, we went crazy in the house, bro. That was like one of the best moments and the best feelings, man, in my life, yo. Like, you know, and then here come the phone calls. We called each other. Yo, you heard that shit? Yep, I heard it. Yo, that shit was dope. You know what I mean? So it meant a lot. You know what I'm saying? To actually, because nobody record was being played, not really hip hop like that on Will Smith, Fresh Prince.
Exactly.
So shout out to Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Shout out to Philly.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That was definitely a moment in our lives. I know definitely in mine because I was excited.
Shout out to Cosmic Cab too.
Yeah.
He wanted to come up. He wanted to come up. Kobe Cove. Shout out to Kobe Cove.
Power 99 out there.
Yeah.
I went out there. You know, I went out there. I was heavy out there in Philly.
True. That's what's up.
It was. I mean, you know what I'm saying? A lot of love came from out there.
Yo, me and L talk about this all the time. One cat that used to DJ with us, his cousin was real good friends with the DJ. What's his name? Jazzy Jeff. So they worked it out for us to come down there and perform a couple times. The vibe of Philly and hip hop is strong. You know what I mean? That was our first experience at it. You know what I mean? So to
Philly
see
is live.
We in the bathroom going over our routine. We turn around, we look, there's a crowd standing out there watching what we doing. We get ready to go on, do our thing. You know what I mean? And it was crazy because that was Jazz Jeff, it was Three Times Dope, it was all the cats. All those cats that was hot at the time was in Germantown. And all those cats that was hot at the time, they was dead. They was like, yo, where these cats from? But we in there, we just doing our thing. You know what I mean? Get ready. So yeah. You know what I mean? So shout out to Philly, man, because I don't think they get enough respect for their
shout
love.
Shout out to Cali too. You know Cali. Shout out to everywhere, man. That represents hip hop.
Hip hop, man. No doubt.
We got a lot of love out in Cali too. We all out in Cali. You know what I'm saying? Sway and Tech when they had the show, and they was in Cali. Sway and Tech in the morning out in Cali. We did the morning show out there with them in Cali, and you know what I'm saying. So we got a lot of love in Cali and a lot of hip hop in Cali. You know, from Cali to Philly, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man.
All the way down to Florida,
shout out to the West Coast,
Texas, Georgia, ATL. You know what I'm saying? One love to everybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
I remember the episode you did on Yo MTV Raps with Ed Lover. I believe it was.
Oh yeah, we did Yo MTV Raps. That's when we did the countdown.
Right.
We did Yo MTV Raps countdown.
Right.
And because not gonna be able to do it was number one.
Right.
Number one record, but number one video too.
Right.
So when we did the countdown of Rap City, we was on Rap City. Shout out to Ed Lover.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Dre, shout out to that crew. You know what I'm saying?
True.
I don't know, how's Dr. Dre? Is he still alive?
He's still alive.
They say he's still alive and whatnot. You know, he's still going through his medical situation. So last time someone Ed Lover was talking about it, you know, get well.
Prayers up.
You know, prayers up.
Yeah.
But Ed Lover's my dude, man. That's my man. You know, I fuck with
That's
Ed.
a dude that don't hold his tongue.
He's down in Atlanta. I went to see him when I was in the A.
Right.
It wasn't Atlanta though. He had a club he was doing down there. It was a cigar club, but shit was popping. And I went to see him out there. That was the last time I saw him.
Right.
Shout out to Ed Lover.
No doubt.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now, one thing I love, bro, is you kept it going. You know what I mean?
Not gonna be able to do it.
Still doing shows.
Finished the album. Pure thing. You know, we had some classics on the album.
Yes.
You know, after not gonna be able to do it, we wanted to keep it moving. With I wanted to do another single. Off of that album.
Right.
But it was like it turned into contract disputes at this point. Not gonna be able to do it. You know, we didn't have the best deal, you know, at that time.
Right.
You know, the deals was all fucked up. We didn't have the best deal.
Right.
And we wanted after not going to be able to do it, we wanted to renegotiate.
Okay.
Atlantic didn't really want to renegotiate.
Okay.
So it was a long time between albums because, you know, you lose your motivation. You like, y'all got all that money from the first album. Now y'all want to do us again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Contractually, though, we had to give them another album.
Okay. Okay.
So we went back in the studio and we did the album. But you know, at that point, the hunger and the motivation, because you know when you have a #1 record all around the world, man, and then you know what I'm saying, and it just don't, you know, right now, you know, Atlantic got so many cases going on against Atlantic right now. Meek Mills and so many Atlantic artists are suing Atlantic for royalties. Atlantic got to come up off that money, man. They got to pay us, man. They owe us money. I know for a fact they owe me money. I've been trying to get to them. I've been sending the lawyers at them and everything. Yo, one time I talked to Craig Kalman's personal lawyer. Okay. I don't want to say his name, but and I told him, yo, I need to talk to Craig, and he was like, no, I'm not going to talk to Craig. I'm going to work it out directly with you. Yo, and I swear to God, yo, them niggas never answered that phone again on everything. You know what I'm saying? And he was talking like he was my man, because when I told him, it shocked him when I got through to him. When he picked up the phone, I said, let me tell you who I am. You know what I'm saying? Sugar Ray XX Posse. And he was looking it up in the computer as I'm talking to him. Because he said, oh yeah, I see you. Oh, okay. And he's going like that. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, I just wanted you to know, man, I haven't received my publishing from Atlantic. And they holding my publishing at ASCAP. I still get, it's a few different publishings you get. You know what I'm saying? But I get my publishing from ASCAP and all that. But it's another publishing you get from your royalties. Atlantic got so many people held up with that right now, man. It's crazy. They got class action lawsuits against them and everything, man. You know what I'm saying? So it came to a point where you lose your motivation, like you like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I felt like, man, I'm already getting money. I didn't really understand the concept, though. If I had to do it again, though, I would have done it differently. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even understand the concept of the advantage that we had and where we were in life. I didn't know that. I didn't understand that where we were in life, people go lifetimes and never get there. I didn't fully understand the opportunity. And I was on the street, so I was distracted. The streets is a distraction, man. I'm a street nigga. But it distracts you. You get the hustling and you get to getting the money. You know what I'm saying? And you don't fulfill your obligation. And I stopped. And then Atlantic was fucking with our money. So you know what I'm saying? I just became frustrated with the whole thing, man.
Well, see, when you know how to get money,
now,
you know what I mean? You know how to get money already.
Facts.
And now you're dealing with somebody else who's supposed to be giving you your money. That will make you frustrated, right? Because you put in the work, and you know on the street, you put in the work, it's going to come back to you. You know what I mean? You're going to get the rewards.
Do you think that, okay, now that you've had the success of not going to be able to do, would you say that it was a blessing and a curse at the same time? Because, you know, you had a blessing where you had a #1 record. But then after that, as you said, something happened. So how do you feel about?
Well, I look at not going to be able to do it. I don't look at it as a curse in any way. I look at it as all the way a blessing.
Okay.
Because like I told you, artists go their whole careers and never reach that #1 spot. And to be, it's crazy, a lot of people won't believe it, but like I said, we came from hustling. We was already getting money. So when I was like, man, fuck them record labels and that bullshit, I didn't really care. Because I'm already stacking, we getting money, we got blocks, we running the block, we running the hood. So I'm already getting money. So I just shied away from it. And just said, man, fuck it. I had to sit out a few more years on my contract, so I sat that out. But I do regret, I do say this, I do regret. Only thing I do regret is not putting out music. Being just like saying fuck it to the point where if I can't get paid on my music, ain't nobody gonna get paid.
And so now, excuse me, so now the independent thing is big. You know, a lot of people, at that time, did you even consider that?
Yeah, we went on, we went on an independent route. We had put out a record called War Stories. Fex was banging the record on the radio. Every day I had put together a team. we was kicking, War Stories was on the radio every day,
Right.
and it was 4 of us.
Right.
2 of them went and did some robberies. My man Mike Blast, I got to shout out to him, and Haitian Luga salute. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, they just went on a robbing spree one day, man.
Right,
it's
right,
crazy,
right,
man.
right,
Because, you know, we was a group.
Right.
And they just fell on some other shit, and they got picked off and had to go to jail. And then it was just downhill. Things didn't work out.
Right.
I had to regroup, get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? We living. I'm still doing things in the hood, though. I'm coaching the basketball team. Me and Ma, we sponsoring the kids. We sponsoring the kids in the hood. We coaching the basketball team. I'm coaching down at the boys club. We coaching the basketball and the football team. I'm sponsoring my team down there. So we still doing things in the hood.
Right. That's
you know what I'm saying?
Gotta get back.
But
yeah, no doubt.
We had lost kind of, we lost interest kind of.
Right.
We was doing music, like I got so many records. I was doing music for me.
Right.
Because I love music.
True.
Like I didn't even, like I felt to the point where I don't even give a fuck if I put no music out. I'm still doing music because I'm doing music for me.
Right, exactly.
Now I got so much shit right now. And we said we can, and turmoil within the group.
Right, okay.
You know, being a part of a group, you could see sometimes you have turmoil in the group, and the guys have different opinions about things, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, so that was another part of it.
Right.
But, you know, after a while and after a time, we decided for the 50th anniversary of hip-hop to squash all our beef.
True.
We decided to squash all our beef.
Right.
We're going to go in the studio and we're going to put out a new album for the 50th of hip-hop.
Right.
We started going in the studio, doing this shit.
Right.
Recording.
Right.
And then we got the news that my partner, BK, my DJ, was diagnosed with cancer.
Man. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
BK.
We got the news that he was diagnosed with cancer. He became very ill.
Right.
So we couldn't even, we were still performing.
Right.
He was trying to hold on, man. He was at the shows. He was still on point, man. To the very end, he was still on point.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we was performing, but you know, you could see that it was taking a toll on him.
True.
You know what I'm saying? And then he just became sick, and you know, he had to focus on his health.
Right.
So, you know, B did the production. He was doing the production.
Yeah.
So it slowed it down a little bit. And ultimately, he ended up passing on.
Right.
And, you know, shout out to B, rest in peace.
Oh, yeah, rest
he
in
ended up
peace.
passing recently. How long has it been now, Ma?
He passed in like May. So it's been about 5 months now.
5 months,
So we were going to drop music for the 50th, but we didn't because he became sick. But now, it's like, I have to drop the music that we did.
Right.
I have to drop it.
Right.
Because that's what he would want me to do.
Indeed.
We was going to drop this music.
Absolutely. Right.
And he would want me to drop it. I know if he's looking, he'd be like, cool, drop that music.
Yeah.
That's what he would say to me.
Right.
That's what happened with us, you know, with us losing Star Child, who was our DJ. And I think that before he passed, he would always say, yo, you realize that we were ahead of our time. What's going on now, we had already done that years prior. So he would always say, keep doing, keep going. He would always want Rev to keep writing, keep doing what you're doing. And when he passed, I could still hear his voice, don't stop. Don't stop.
And that's definitely what B would tell me.
Right.
Plus we got music. We have music that we have done.
Right. Yeah.
So I know it would just make him, he's gonna be happy and to see that, you know, because, you know, he's watching.
Right.
Looking down.
Watching over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So how many songs did y'all have in the clip?
I mean, like I said, man, I got mad songs we did.
Okay.
We was getting ready to start dropping everything. I'm talking about like 30 songs.
Wow. Wow.
We was getting ready to start dropping them. We was just picking this and picking that.
Right.
And then when he got ill and he got sick, and it was crazy after that, man.
Right.
But, you know, we buried him.
Yeah.
We sent him off. We gave something in his honor.
Right.
And, you know what I'm saying, we still repping him.
True.
You know what I'm saying? He's still here.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt.
And we're gonna drop this new music now.
Yeah. Well, you keep me posted.
Yeah, we got a new. It's a we released actually the 19th.
Okay.
We're releasing it's a Neptune's party mix version of Not Gonna Be Able to Do It.
Okay.
It's a Neptune's party mix.
Okay.
We getting ready. We releasing it just to the radio. It's an exclusive party mix for DJs,
right.
So they can play. You know what I'm saying?
True.
But we releasing that on the 19th, and we're releasing the new music next year.
All right, that's what's up.
Early part of next year.
All right. Looking forward to that.
Yo, you can find me at Five5Ray.
Okay.
On all social media sites, Five5Ray, Ray Rothschild.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Five5Ray, a.k.a. Ray Rothschild. You know what I'm talking about?
No doubt. That's what's up.
Shout out to Jersey City.
Jersey City, chill town, man.
No doubt.
Right. Now, one thing we ain't get a
hold
chance.
up, I do want to give a shout out. I want to give a special shout out to Albie Al. His son.
Yes.
I was going to ask you about that.
You know, Albie Al was a part of our crew.
No doubt.
I was saying that to Money. I was saying that to Shine. When I was talking to him, I said, yo, because I just saw that he was on My Expert Opinion with Matt Hoffa, battle rapping.
He repping it hard, man.
He is. When you look at him,
beautiful
and
thing.
it did me so much that I pulled up a picture that I have on my phone of Albie and Jimmy, which I keep dear to me, and I have it on my phone. And when I look at him, I said, he is the spitting image of his
he looked just like his
father.
father.
Just like his father.
Yeah.
So, and I'm proud of him. And I just wanted to,
too, man.
I wish that.
Shout out to Albie Al.
I mean, we was together every day.
Right.
I was in his grandmother's house every day downstairs in the basement with Albie. Shout out to Miss Pinckney.
Miss
Miss
Pinckney.
P.
Like all our mom.
Yes.
Right.
He talked about his grandmother.
And we was in there every day, man, on Stegman Street, man. 45 Stegman, we was down there every day, man. Because, like I told you, we was all a family, Sweet Slicker Slide. We hung together every day. We ate together. We lived together. And Miss Pinckney, Mama Pinckney knew that. And she was like, Cool Ray, because, you know, she was from Britain. She was from overseas. And we loved her dearly, man.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
She always supported us.
And
she was always there for us, you know what I'm saying? And I remember when Al was born as a little baby.
Right.
And we chopping it up, and he like, damn, yo, I got a baby.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This is aside from little Al. We in the group like, yo, Al, you got a baby now. Everybody, we all got babies. Everybody have babies. You know what I'm saying?
And your daughter.
Facts, and my daughter Sheree J. That's what I was getting ready to get to.
Yeah.
She's doing her numbers, you know what I'm saying? She's still heavy on the music, you know what I'm saying? That's why our next generations. That's why I wanted to shout out to Albie Al. Shout out to Sheree.
Yes.
People really, our kids and our next generations is still doing this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Still keeping the legacy going.
Keeping the legacy going.
Yeah.
And it's a fact.
That's why I was hoping that, we losing Jimmy and Victor, but you, Shabazz, just like embrace him, embrace the Albie Al Jr., embrace him and let him know, because I don't know if he even connected with his
No, I to be honest, I saw him, I haven't seen him or talked to him anytime recently. You know what I'm saying? I will. I look forward to it. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of him when I see him.
Congratulations on your success.
He got his father in him, you know what I'm saying? So I see that. So I'm proud of him, man.
Jersey City, bro.
When I look at him, I smile.
I do too, absolutely.
Right.
Just like when I looked at my daughter was on the 4. Everybody was saying my daughter was on the 4.
Right, she was killing it.
And I watched her, man, and she was amazing on there. She was killing it. So I'm so proud of them.
Yeah, no doubt,
You know
no
what I'm saying?
doubt.
I just wanted to make that known.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for having us. Man.
Oh man, we appreciate it. Like I said, this is family. Y'all family.
You know
what I
I
mean?
knew I had to come through. We starting to move now. We dropping new music.
Right.
So I'm starting to move around. I'm starting to do podcasts now. I'm starting to do everything now.
Right.
And it's a pleasure to be able to come through the family.
Yes.
First running, to get it all started.
We're still working on the whole Sweet Slick and Slide story. So having you here is a blessing. Because we're not going to be satisfied until that story is completed.
Yeah, we have to tell that. We have to. We have to tell that story.
Always
man.
talking about that.
Yes,
We have.
We have to tell that story, man.
That story has to be told,
man, because they got to know this.
Right.
Sweet Slick and Sly brought rap to Jersey City.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
And I want to say one thing because we haven't
right.
mentioned it. We haven't mentioned it. Shout out to my man Chief Chuck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
absolutely.
Chief Chuck
Absolutely.
was born in New York, up in
Right.
Harlem.
Chuck,
Yes,
Right.
yes.
So
James
Chuck
brother.
used to bring
A
The
lot.
New York-
Dougie
a lot.
Fresh over to Jersey City.
Yes.
A lot of cats.
You
Shout out
understand
to
what I'm
Chuck.
saying?
Shout out
Right,
to
right,
Chuck.
right.
Biz
Absolutely.
Markie.
Biz
Right.
Markie.
Right.
R.I.P. Biz.
Right.
You know,
Grandmaster
so I know
Caz.
Biz.
Yeah.
Biz used to run.
He was
Actually,
young, man.
actually, Biz came to Jersey on his own,
Mm-hmm.
but Biz actually lived with Chuck for a while.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
R.I.P.
That's
Biz
right.
Markie.
Right.
But
right.
the other guys like Dougie Fresh, Fearless Ford,
Fearless Ford,
Right.
they was in
okay.
Jersey City with us.
JDL.
JDL,
Yeah,
right.
man.
I met a lot of them cats.
So
through
shout
y'all,
out to
you know
Chuck.
what I mean?
Yeah,
You can't forget
yeah.
Chuck X. He was definitely a part of Sweet Slick and Sly.
Yeah,
one of
And
the
what
main
people don't realize
core
too,
ingredients.
what
Yeah.
people don't realize too, and I give y'all much respect of the fact that Sweet Slick and Sly did not fear. You know, we always talked about New York and okay, we go over to New York and you make it over there to Harlem World, whichever. Sweet Slick and Sly went to Harlem World.
That's right.
Oh,
We
no
went
doubt.
everywhere.
Yeah.
We went
So
everywhere.
went
World.
everywhere.
That's
and
right.
you know, a lot of cats would be a little hesitant because, you know,
Right.
we all coming from Jersey. We knew what we could do.
There
We
was
was
no other
15
cats
years
up
old.
in there.
Hey, look, we was 15 years old in Harlem World.
Yeah.
We was outside.
Absolutely.
Right.
Couldn't even get in.
Couldn't even get in.
We standing outside Harlem World, 15 years old,
Absolutely.
14 years old,
Right.
couldn't even get in.
Word.
You know what I'm talking about?
Taking the
Yeah,
subway
yeah.
all the way
And
uptown.
we kept the tradition because Double X Posse was strong.
Right.
We go everywhere we go.
Right.
When we went to our shows, when we went
Deep.
to shows with Double X Posse,
Right.
we was deep. Because we was
Deep.
deep.
And that's
I wanted
facts.
that. I wanted that.
Right.
I wanted the
Same,
whole
yeah.
city
Right.
to be able to feel and experience this
Right.
that nobody else in Jersey City had ever done up to that point.
Right.
So I wanted my city to feel it.
Right.
So
right.
when I would go to the shows, I would stop at every projects, every block that was popping,
Right.
and I would get the soldiers.
Right.
And we transformed like Voltron. And by the time we hit the
Everybody meet up in one
Highland Tunnel,
destination.
Right.
we 50 cars deep in Jersey.
Right.
Absolutely.
If you had a beef with somebody, like you know, because you know different projects, you know,
Right,
here,
right,
you
right.
over here,
right.
but that night, that show,
No
when we
beef.
meet up on Ocean and Stegman, it ain't no beef that night.
It ain't no beef that night.
Yo, we about to go to New York.
The whole
we about to
city.
do this show.
And we
we
rap
about
that.
to be deep, and that's how we roll.
Right.
And
And guys
everybody,
started respecting that, man.
Right,
they
right,
started
right,
loving it.
yes.
They couldn't wait for the next show.
Right.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because they got to go back to their hood and they got something to talk about.
Absolutely.
Yo, we was at that motherfucking show.
shit
We was
was
at
crazy.
Home Base. You know that Flex used to be promoting back then. Home Base was a big hip hop spot back
y'all
then.
remember Home Base?
You know?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Home
So
Base.
you know we did it all, man. You know what I'm saying?
That was
So
the spot,
shout
Home
out to a
Base.
lot of other cats, you know. And just to give you a little history, you know, something we didn't touch base on either. I like to, you know, he missed something.
Go
I like
ahead,
to
bro. Go
chime
ahead.
right
That's
in,
why
you
we're
know what I
here.
mean?
Go ahead. Do your thing.
So, you know, Flex didn't get up to Hot 97 till about like 92,
92, 93.
right?
Yeah. 92,
So when he was started got a little popping, he was the DJ on Friday nights,
Right.
Saturday nights, you know.
Right.
Angie Martinez, the
Right.
intern.
Right.
Shout out to Angie.
Right.
Right.
And when the record started popping, wanted us to come up to Hot 97. So Flex got us to come up there.
All right.
No other artist has come up to Hot 97 and did an interview yet. We was the first.
That's what's up.
And did Put Your Boots On live on the air.
Wow. Great.
Friday night,
Yes.
live on the air, tri-state area. Ray and BK is ripping it, and I'm here doing the hook. Man, look,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that's a
yeah.
little history. The first rap group to
Right.
ever really
Right.
be
That's
live
big.
on
That's
the air,
big.
Hot 97.
That's big.
That was something to think about. I ain't.
Yeah,
Because I remember when we went up to Hot 97. I remember Flex was up there, and we went up there and we did the freestyle.
Well, I know
I
he
didn't
was-
even. I didn't know.
We're
nothing
actually
about
on his app too. So if you go to the Funkmaster Flex
Yeah.
app,
Okay.
he
It
got
might have
that.
been the first.
He got that
It might
live
have been
on
when
there.
Flex got on the radio.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yeah. When Flex started,
When
his
Flex
first
started.
Right.
Flex took over up there. Shout out to Funkmaster Flex.
Yeah, man.
Oh, he
The
got-
guy,
He been
I'll
rolling with
give it
us,
to
man,
him.
from
I'll
day
give it to him.
one
yo,
too.
man, I never saw nobody more dedicated, man.
Right.
The man been on the radio, man.
man.
Just
He
say
is
forever.
still doing it.
He's still
yeah.
doing it.
Strong.
Right.
Strong.
You
doubt.
already
Right.
know.
He was
He
big.
broke
Funkmaster.
our record. Don't let me forget that. I told you, Red Alert was the first cat to play our record on
Right.
on prime time.
Right.
But Funkmaster Flex was the first track playing that Double X Posse record, the executive class.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yes.
Flex
yes.
was playing that every
He still
night.
does.
It
When
was
he does his-
107.5 then,
Yeah.
I think, at the time.
When he does his 90s, when he goes back to his 90s sets, he will play it. I've heard him play, and I heard him play Not Gonna Be Able to Do It.
Yo.
And he played it in the tunnel.
Flex
Oh,
the
man.
man.
Now, when you,
Tunnel.
now that crowd,
Yeah.
if you
Yeah.
play that and they lose their mind, you know you've done something.
Right,
Yeah.
Okay, because I seen footage, they showed a little documentary on the tunnel, and I knew I heard a bit of Not Gonna Be Able to Do, and the crowd out there losing
Right.
their mind.
Right.
You know,
Flex had that pop in the tunnel.
Oh, he did.
Shout out to Flex, man. I
Shout out
always
to
say
Flex.
that.
He did.
doubt,
He
no
definitely
doubt.
did.
Red
Yeah,
Alert
shout
too,
out
you know,
Flex.
Chuck Chill Out.
Yes.
And those guys, Chuck Chill Out, that's my brother. Shout out to Chuck. He's
Chill Out.
another
Right.
pioneer,
Yes.
man.
Yes.
These
Right.
brothers putting time in, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For real.
Played
I
out
mean,
records.
careers on the radio,
Right.
man,
Right.
lifetime.
But then
Right,
you
right.
had the cats down the
Respect,
dial
man.
further. We talked about them on
Already.
the private show.
Yeah.
Now we gotta talk about Clue?
Supreme Team. Awesome.
Oh, you talking
too.
about them? Oh, yeah, you
Yes.
talking about, but we can't also forget about DJ Clue.
Clue.
Pioneer
Yeah.
hip hop
Absolutely,
music,
absolutely.
man.
Clue.
Clue's a
DJ
legend.
Clue.
Absolutely.
Right.
Kid
Yeah.
Capri.
Yeah, Kid Capri.
But I don't even want to start going on DJs.
Oh, man.
I start on DJs, we can go
Right.
forever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm
Shout
not
out to
gonna say-
Kid Capri,
Yeah.
who had the 5 o'clock free ride
Right,
going
free
on
ride going on.
WBLS.
Absolutely.
We was number one on that countdown and had us up there live on the air also, WBLS.
That's big. That's
big.
big. That's
Kid
big.
Capri,
That's big.
shout
That's
out,
big.
man.
That's
I
big.
remember that kid.
Yo,
Yeah.
Well,
it's so much, but we could do this for another hour.
Yeah,
Easy.
Man,
Facts.
you already know we're here to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
Hey
it.
man, it was a pleasure coming through, man.
Man,
doubt.
I
appreciate
wish y'all all
y'all,
the success
man.
in the world. Just coming through, chopping it up with y'all.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Telling us a little
Absolutely.
bit about hip hop.
No doubt.
You know,
No
something
doubt.
around the story and
No
how
doubt.
it goes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, we dropping new music.
Word.
They can find me at 5-5-Ray on all platforms.
True.
Or Ray Rothschild.
Ray Rothschild.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
5-5-Ray, Ray Rothschild on all
Right.
platforms.
True.
It's up. Stay posted.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah, continue to keep the culture alive, bro.
absolutely.
Yo, keep
Just to
keep
drop
doing it.
out new music, man, just because I can, just because I got to do it for my brothers.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? Especially for my brother BK, man. I got to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? That's,
No
that's a
doubt.
promise I made to him.
True.
So we getting ready to drop that music this year.
All right. We
Facts.
listening.
And thanks for having us. You know, we appreciate this.
No
Yeah,
thanks
yeah,
needed.
yeah.
We, as we said before, you know, the show is called Lost Underground. And we call it the Lost Underground because we're trying to give flowers to people. You know, you got the major ones that'll do it. You have all major artists. They
Right.
go all over. They do what they're doing. And that's great. But we're talking about people that didn't actually get that, but they did great things in hip hop.
Right.
And we know people personally, such as yourself. And we have our past shows, we gave them flowers. We had to give Cool Ray his flowers with Double X Posse.
No doubt.
Plus Sweet Slick and Sly.
No doubt.
Indeed.
That
Indeed.
story, without a doubt, has to be told.
No doubt.
That's a
No
fact.
doubt.
And we're not playing.
Double
It all
X Posse,
coincides.
We
Double
have
X
to.
Posse is only the evolution of Sweet Slick and Sly.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
I could have named it whatever I wanted. I could have
Wanted
named
to.
it Sweet
Right.
Slick and
That's
Sly.
right. That's
But I
right.
could have named it what it wasn't about the name.
That's
Right,
right.
right,
We was
right.
just moving at that time on Ocean Avenue. We was a big clique.
Right.
So you
right,
know,
right.
but Double X Posse is just the evolution of Sweet Slick and Slime,
right.
Because it's me, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we
And
had
I'm Sweet Slick and Slide
Yeah,
to
it
the
is.
core,
life.
man.
Right.
That's where it came from.
That's
man.
where it came from.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
And I'm
that
in
was-
the mainframe.
And that was before I was around. So I already, but I know what he's talking
Oh,
about.
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I know.
Absolutely.
Started this rap shit out.
You know what I
here.
mean?
I had
teenagers.
I had to say thank you to my brother, to Rev, because when he introduced me to his family with Jimmy and Albie and Shabazz, then with Cool Ray and Chuck, I was amazed. I love my group.
No doubt.
For life, I love my group. But when I always watch Sweet Slick and Slide, something about it was like, yo, these brothers are not kidding. They're not kidding.
Right.
And I will always talk about it. You can talk about New York all you want.
Yeah.
But we know guys that are grimy too.
Right.
We got
Right.
grimy. We know guys that are grimy. Sweet Slick and Slide was grimy.
Right.
Yeah.
'Cause
Okay.
you know,
they didn't fear anyone.
because they were performing. They didn't just go on stage and was like, one,
Right.
two.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
Yo, they had the groove,
Yeah.
the beat.
Yeah.
Jimmy,
They had the
Abby, Al,
outfits.
Shabazz, they had
You
the
know what's
dance.
crazy?
You know
It's
what
crazy
I mean?
how rap has changed
No doubt.
and gotten away from the whole performance aspect.
Performance.
No doubt.
part.
Actually, it's not
Exactly.
really though. You still see, if you see a big show,
Right.
you see a main artist,
Right,
a
right,
major
right.
artist,
Right,
they got
right,
a
right,
show.
right.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the days, you didn't. If you went to anywhere, you would see artists performing. They had
Right.
a whole show. It had
Yeah.
routines.
Yeah.
and
Had the routines and
everything.
everything.
You had to do the. You had to
Yeah.
dance.
It evolved,
dance,
yeah.
dance,
It
routine.
evolved.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
To whereas
Right.
now, got to just go up and lip sync their records
Right.
and get money.
I think
Right.
that's what upsets like people
I ain't
like
mad
Mel.
at it though. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't do it, but I'm not mad at nobody for getting their
The money.
No,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
right.
yeah. No
If you
doubt.
gotta do it, as long as you ain't doing
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you hear about the
Chivato shit, you know what I mean?
when the OGs talk, they're like, oh, well, there's no more performance in the shows. You know what Cold Crush, Fantastic, The Furious, what they did. They gave you a full show.
They did.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
They didn't want you just seeing them come out there doing rhymes.
They had routines
Right.
and
Treacherous,
everything.
They all gave you a
They
full
did.
show.
They did.
Right,
And they
right,
said
right.
that's what hip-hop somewhat is. I mean, not saying everybody, but some of the shows, they just go up there, they do their records, and that's it.
Yeah.
Get the
Where's
bag.
the show? And get that bag and go.
Right.
Where's the show?
Right.
No
What
doubt.
makes you say, yo, they gave me a show?
No doubt.
We're missing that.
No doubt.
I ain't gonna hold you. A couple times we ran through there and got that bag, man. Too. Put that record
man.
on, my boy.
Right.
Yeah, where the bag at?
We out of
Where the
here.
money
doubt.
at?
No doubt. No
But-
doubt.
One love to hip hop, man.
Yeah, no doubt.
doubt,
Hip hop for
man.
life, baby. Hip hop for life.
Shout out
No
to the
doubt.
Lost Underground.
Yo, appreciate you.
Appreciate you,
Thank
yo.
you.
No doubt.
Thank
No
y'all.
doubt.
Thank
We
you.
want to
love
thank
it.
y'all for coming, man.
Absolutely,
Yo,
man.
this was great.
No
Absolutely.
doubt. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. And like we always say, continue to like, subscribe,
Share.
share, and do what you got to do to keep this culture alive, y'all.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
We thank you once again on behalf of Double X Posse, on behalf of Sweet Slick and Slide, on behalf of my man Money, a.k.a. My Money.
My money. That's
Shout
right.
out to my brother as always.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Cool Ray.
No doubt.
Yes.
Can continue.
And it's
success,
funny, he called me
continue
Cool Ray because, that was my DJ.
That was
name.
DJ.
Yeah.
So when he was
DJ
in Triple
Cool
S
Ray.
show, when he
Right,
was
right,
Sweet Slick and Slide, he was DJ Cool Ray.
Right.
That's all I knew. Sugar Ray was there, but all I knew was Cool Ray. That was
It's
my
when he
man.
started
That's all
rapping
I
is when he
knew.
became Sugar
Sugar Ray.
Ray.
Right,
Yeah.
so he said Sugar Ray.
Yeah.
So we go
No
back
doubt.
so far.
Exactly.
No
doubt.
Yeah, we go
Exactly.
back that far,
far,
man.
Right.
That's what's up.
It's a beautiful thing.
Well, once again, we thank you. We thank y'all for tuning in. We hope y'all are tuned in. We have more episodes and more things coming up. But until then, everybody, peace.
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 Peace, love, and hip hop, y'all.